Shalom. And I want to start off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach Chodesh. Double honors to my teachers, dead apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening. Push forth this word with truth and sincerity. And your few Akwat as well, that's listening with sincerity. All right, today, just coming back to you guys through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I'm just going to make a lesson, basically, on how that we here, being in this truth, we have a simple lifestyle. Okay, and this lesson got inspired by Elder Apostle Gabar's video, which is titled Yahweh at the water, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and may Yahweh Bashim Yahushai bless you all, roughly paraphrasing. You know what? Let me see the title. Let me see the title real quick. Yeah, the water, and may Yahweh Yahushai bless and protect you all in the days to come. And basically in the video, the Elder Apostle Gabar, he made that statement of how that, we here in this truth, we have a simple lifestyle. Okay? Right? We get our daily bread. All right? We get our daily food. We get enough money to pay our bills, and get a few extra on the side to do whatever that you want to do with that extra money, right? But regardless, is that what we live a simple lifestyle, and that's how the Lord made it for mass majority of brothers in this truth, right? So that we don't fall into the temptation that the riches offer. Okay, being rich, you get accustomed to a particular lifestyle when you come to a certain amount of money, right? You develop a certain lifestyle of luxury, of where that you gotta shop at a particular high-end store, you gotta eat at a particular high-end restaurant, you gotta drive a particular car, right? Because what you came into some money, and then with that money you developed a lifestyle that's, you may say, luxurious or comfortable. Okay, and being in this truth, we're not here to be comfortable in this world. We're here to sigh and cry. Okay, we're here to be basically vexed with this current world. We're not here to be in it and fun this, fun that, which of course you're gonna have brothers in this truth that's gonna have particular positions where they come to you may say a good amount of money, all that to help the body. Okay. You're gonna have brothers, that have a you may say a so-called good career, because what it's to help the body. Okay, which every brother's lot, it's not, you're not gonna get the lot of having basically that status, or having that position where you come into a lot of money, right? So let's get this in 1 Timothy 6 and verse. Let's start at verse 6. Okay, this is 1 Timothy 6 and verse 6. It says, but godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay, and indeed, that we have that godliness, and we are content with that. Okay, being going what we have this truth, man, right? We have this truth, so we're content with what we have. Okay? Because what scriptures say, that a little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. Which, let's get that one too. Let's get that one in Psalms. All right. This is the book of Psalms 37 and verse 12. It says, no, not 12. Bear with me for a minute. Verse 16, this is the book of Psalms 37, verse 16. It says, a little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. You see that? Okay, the little that we have, okay, we're way better off than basically all these people, mass majority of these people that are rich, right? They're making 6 figures or whatever, which really 6 figures now is barely anything with inflation skyrocketing, but they have a certain salary to where they can get vacation twice a year, right? Go to wherever they want around the world and come back driving this car, right? Has this house, okay? But what? They don't have the truth, okay? They don't have the true riches, all right? Which is once again this truth, man. Because in the book of Revelation, it says, I know thy poverty, but thou art rich. Because what? We have this truth, okay? We're tapped into the infinite wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, man. Okay, we're wealthy in the spirit. So that's why the little that we have is better than the rest of whatever these people have, okay? Because we have a comfort in the mind, all right? We know that all this is going to come to an end, and that if we endure to the end, we're going to get to rule in the world to come, right? How that scriptures say, those that be last now, they're going to be first. And those that are first now, they're going to be last. So with knowing that, of course, it brings a certain joy, a certain, you may say, peace to the mind, which the word peace goes into quietness. It brings a certain quietness to your mind. Like we read in 1 Timothy 6:6, right? How that what? Godliness with contentment is great gain. We have great gain, man. Okay? So when you get in that spirit of you start comparing yourself, comparing what, you get in that spirit of basically comparing yourself with these other people or on the negative side of how that, they have this, they have that, and, you have the low, right? But understand that, hey, you have the truth, right? Which is far beyond anything that this world could offer you. Okay? Let's read that in the NLT as well. This is Psalms 37 verse 16. It says, "It is better to be godly and have little than to be evil and rich." You see that, man? Okay, it is better to be godly. Like we read, godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay, and the truth, man, you got to learn to appreciate what you have, man. Yeah, you might not have, a lot of money, but the Lord still takes care of you. The Lord still gives you a job that you make enough salary to cover your bills, to get your food, and you be having some extra sometimes on the side too, to go out with brothers, right? You see, you might have something on the side to get something for yourself, get some stones, some new pair of kicks, some clothes, whatever that you're into. You gotta appreciate the small things that you have in this truth, man. Because mass majority of people, they don't got it like they don't got it like us. Okay? A lot of people are homeless. Okay? But here it is, you have a roof over your head. And you have the truth, man. You have this truth. Okay? So indeed, godliness and having a little, hey, it's better to be evil and rich. Okay? Because the people that are rich and evil right now, trust me, man, the world is going to crumble. Okay, we're entering into the times where your riches are not going to be able to deliver you, which scriptures indeed prophesy about that. Okay, so back to 1 Timothy 6 and verse 6 again, it says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and certainly we can carry nothing out." Yeah, okay, we didn't bring anything when we came into this life. All right, we only came you only came out of your mother's womb butt naked, having nothing. You don't have a rollie on your wrist, okay? You don't have some Balenciagas on your feet or whatever, right? 10-karat gold diamond earring with gold necklace. You didn't come with none of that, man. You came butt naked. And when you go out, you're going to go out butt naked, okay? You see what I'm saying? That's why, once again, the value of this truth is unmeasurable. You having this truth, man, is the biggest richness you may say you could have. Because that's the only thing that's going to go with you once you go into the spirit world. Once you die on this side. Once you die on this side, the only thing that follows you is your work that you have put in this truth. Right? You're not going to go to the spirit world with whatever that you established here on the earth. Okay? Let's say you have 10,000 in your bank account right now, right? And then you die. That 10,000 that you have in your bank account is not going to follow you. It's going to stay here. Okay? And Esau's going to take it. Okay? But what? If you have been investing in the truth, putting a lesson, studying, doing the work, if you die right now, hey, that's what's going to follow you, the work that you have put in the truth. Okay? Which the book of Revelation, we're going to get that, says how that those that die in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, their works follow them. Right? Let's get that. This is the book of Revelation 14 and verse 13. It says, "And I heard a voice from heaven saying unto me, Right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth. Yea, saith the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors, and their works do follow them." You see that? So you investing in this truth, you putting time in, sacrificing job opportunities that you could have obtained, right? But what? With that job opportunity that Esau gave you, it came with what? You going against your morals. You going against the ways of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Right? But you sacrificing that and rather coming to serve the Lord and do the work, trust me, once you die off, or let's say you don't die, you translate to the next life, man, that's the work that you've put in the truth. That's what's going to follow you. Okay? And you got to endure in this until the end. That's why it says, blessed are they that die in Hamashiach from henceforth. It doesn't mean that you came for a certain period of time, right? You suffered a while in truth, you may say, or right, you came for a period of time, and then you go back to the world. Then whatever that you've put in, whatever work that you've put in, it's not going to follow you. The only thing that's going to follow you is you going back to the world, is the deeds that you've done in the world, of basically putting the Most High on the side and going after your own will, rather than submitting yourself to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay? But the point being is that what? Only your works and this truth that's going to follow you. That's why it says, hey, we're going to read verse 7 again. It says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out." And that's facts. The only thing, once again, that you carry is what you have put in, what the time that you invested in this truth. That's the only thing that you're going to carry out in this life. Okay? And also, hey, the works that you do on the left-hand side too. Right? Let's say for those that's not in the truth, the only thing that's going to follow them is how that they did not serve the Lord. Okay? Pertaining to the nation of Israel. Right? Even these other nations, when they go back, they get judged for what they did here on this side too. But I was really focusing on the nation of Israel, right? Because that's who the law, statute, commandments is given to. Okay? We're God's chosen people. So with you being God's chosen people, you have a certain you gotta live according to the rules that the Heavenly Father put in place. Okay? But going on in verse 8, we're getting to the point, right? It says, "And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content." Right? Simple lifestyle. Okay? Like the elder Apostle Kabar said it. We here in this truth, we have a simple lifestyle. Okay? Having food and raiment, hey, we're content. Okay? That's why Yahweh Shai, when he prayed the Father prayer, right? He said, "Give us this day our daily bread." Okay? Basically, give us our food and raiment. We're good. We're content. As long as we have this truth, man, we're content. Okay? This is Matthew 6 and verse 9. It says, "After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread." Right? Give us this day our daily bread. That's all we need, man. The daily bread. We're living from day to day. Okay? We let the next day take care of itself. We let the next day, Yahweh Shem Yahushua got the next day on lock for us. Okay, he's going to take care of us the next day. All right? All we got to do, hey, is do the work. If you do the work, hey, the Most High is going to reward you. Right? It says, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Forever. Amen. Okay, but the point I got from that was what? The daily bread. Right? You know what? Let's read that in the NLT as well. Let's see what it says. It says Matthew 6, verse 11, NLT. It says, give us today the food we need. You see that? You see? So, we don't... Yahushua said, give us today the food we need. Okay, and that could encompass not only food, but everything. Okay? So, based upon your position within the body, the Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to give you what you need, not what you want. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to give you what you need. You might want, you might want to, I don't know, to have a so-called good job. Right? You might want to have a certain amount of money in your bank account. But what? Is that what you need right now? Right? Is that what you need right now? Because as we're going to read on in 1 Timothy 6, it tells you how that riches lead into temptation. The reason why the Lord is probably not giving you that money is because if you run into that money, it's going to cause you to fall out the truth. Because now you're going to be focused on the money and how to spend it. Now you want to get this, get that, and then you completely forgot about the Lord. Hey, man, give us today the food we need. Hey, simply what we need, man. Not what we want, what we need. Okay? So back to 1 Timothy. Hey, that was a heavy precept in the NLT, man. Hey, NLT be bringing it out. Right? Back to 1 Timothy 6. And verse 8 again, it says, and having food and raiment, let us be there with content, and we are content. Okay? Let me read that in the NLT as well. Like I said, NLT be bringing it out, man. 1 Timothy 6 and verse 8 NLT says, so if we have enough food and clothing, let us be content. That's it. Okay? Just enough, man. Just enough. All right? You know what? I'm going to look up that word enough too. Just enough. Not too much, not too little, right? Just enough. This is the word enough and the regular Google definition. It says as much or as many as required. Just enough. Not too much, not too little, just enough. What's sufficient? Hey, right there, man. One of the similar words is sufficient. As you can see, sufficient, enough, adequate. Okay? You don't need too much. Okay? And at times the Lord knows what you need, man. You might not know what you need, but the Lord knows. Okay? Just enough, man. All right, it says as much or as many of something as required. Okay? Oh, hey, that ties in with Proverbs, where it says, give me neither poverty nor riches, but give me food that's convenient. Let's get that, because it ties in with the definition. Enough, okay? Like we read, as much or as many as required, okay? This is Proverbs 30, and in verse 7, it says, two things have I required of thee, deny me them not before I die. Remove far from me vanities and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. You see that? Ties in with the definition. Just enough. We're having food and raiment. That's enough. Right? Roughly paraphrasing what the 1 Timothy 6 there in the NLT. Right? Just enough. Not poor, not rich, but just in that perfect, that right balance to where it applies to my position. Feed me with food convenient for me. What's convenient? Oh, hey, NLT. NLT, man. Proverbs 30 and verse 8, NLT says, first, help me never to tell a lie, Second, give me neither poverty nor riches. Give me just enough to satisfy my needs. You see that? Just enough. Just like we read in the definition, man. Not just as much or as many as required to satisfy our needs. You see? And the Lord is not gonna leave you destitute. Okay, King David stated, "I have been old and young, yet have I never seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread." So if you're righteous, you're doing what the Lord told you to do, you're not gonna be forsaken. The Lord is gonna give you food convenient for you. He's gonna give you enough to satisfy your needs. You see? Let's continue on. Back to the KJV, verse 9. It says, "Lest I be fool and deny thee, and say, Who is the Lord?" Right? And I said this earlier, right? Which First Timothy is going to go into as well. When you become fool, when you come into that money, hey, that's when once again you're going to start forgetting the Lord. Okay? You start focusing more about how to spend the money. Now you want to get Bugatti, get hookers, whatever that you went to. Now you want to fulfill those things instead, rather than focusing on the ministry. And that's why, being rich or being in a certain status, it's not for everybody. Okay, pertaining to brothers and sisters in the truth. Okay, pertaining to the body of believers. Not everybody's meant to be full in a sense, quote quote. Not everybody's meant to be rich. Okay, because you might not be able to handle those riches. You might not be able to, handle that, man. Okay, and the Lord knows who's fit to handle money. Okay, to handle coming into riches. He knows who's fit. All right. It says, "Or lest I be poor or steal and take the name of my power, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, in vain." Okay. And the Lord is not going to live you poor. If you do the truth, if you do the work, you're going to be good. Okay? So back to 1 Timothy 6 and verse 9. Now it says, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in perdition and destruction and perdition." Right? Yeah. Like we read in Proverbs 30. Right? If you become rich, that's when you're going to start, who's the Lord? What? You start forgetting about the Lord. You start forgetting who gave you those riches. Now it's just a story of, I got it on my own, man. I had to grind and I did this. And then you completely forgot about the Lord now. Right? Because now, hey, those riches, they got into your brain. Okay? They got into your brain. Right? Yeah. They that be rich fall into temptation and the snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. And that's why Yahushua said as well, it's hard for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. Because what? Let's get that one too. Because once again, those riches bring temptation. Okay? Those riches bring a certain lifestyle. You become accustomed to a certain lifestyle. And then it's hard for you to let that go. Let's switch it up. Matthew 19. Okay, this is the book of Matthew 19. All right, and verse 23. It says, "Then Yahushua said unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven." Why? It's going to go into it. Verse 24. "And again I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of heaven." Basically, Yahushua gave that analogy because back then, the eye of the needle is basically a little door within the gate, because you would have, let's say you have a city, right? The city's compassed with walls. Then there's the main gate where you open, and then carriages could go through, horses, whatever. But once that main gate is closed, there will be a little door within that main gate to where people could come and go as they please. But within that little door, only it's small enough for people to go through. So if the camel were to go through, that means what? The camel would have to take off all the baggage that it's carrying, and then you have to force it to crouch, to crouch down to go through that door. That's why Yahushua said, it's easier for a camel to go through that door than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom. Because what? The rich man, he has to unload his baggage. He has to let go of the riches that he has. He has to basically sacrifice his life, right? And with you sacrificing your life, you have to give up particular things. And not everybody's Moses, right? Not every rich man is gonna have the mentality of Moses, to where Moses he chose not to be called Pharaoh, the son of Pharaoh's daughter, but rather to suffer affliction with his people. And Moses, he was in a good position, man. He was good. Okay, he was in Pharaoh's court, man. He was eating good, right? He was living well. But he chose to give all that up to serve the Lord. But once again, a lot of people that in this current life, as we speak, that comes into money, they're not willing to give that up for the Lord. Okay, that's why Yahushua said this. It's easier for the camel to go through the eye of the needle than a rich man to enter into the kingdom. Because they're not ready. They're not willing to unload that baggage. They're not willing to let go of the world. They're not willing to let go of their status. They're not willing. Once again, they're not willing to be like Moses, which you can read about that in the book of Hebrews. I think the 11th chapter, where it says Moses, he forsook. You know what? Let's get that one too. We're gonna close it off on Hebrews. Okay, they're not willing to be like Moses, man. Moses chose to have you may say, a quote simple lifestyle, which really wasn't really simple. I scratched that. I'm not gonna make that analogy. Which Moses didn't have a simple life, because Jake was giving him hell, man, left and right, man, mouthing off. Okay, but compared to how his life was before, you could kind of say, what? Nah, not really. But let's get this. Yep, this is Hebrews 11 and verse 24. It says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. You see that? Yeah. He refused to be called the sons of Pharaoh's daughter. Rather, he went to the wilderness with the nation of Israel and led them out of Egypt. Right? It says he didn't want to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season, because he understood that, once again, the fashion of this world passeth away. He understood that this is not it. Okay, he understood that it's better for me to basically suffer affliction than to live in the pleasures of sin. Because if you're in the pleasures of sin, the Most High is going to judge you. Okay? And trust me, you don't want to partake in the Most High's judgment. If you're in the pleasures of sins, that means you have received your consolation on this side. Okay? And we're looking forward to our consolation in the world to come. Okay, that's why we live a simple lifestyle. Okay, we have our food, raiment, bills paid, roof over our head. We're good. Okay? Hey, so with that, man, I'm going to close it off there by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachach Chodesh. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.